In this segment, we're going to show you how to use DupliColor Caliper paint. Caliper paint is something we came out with a couple years ago to help people stylize their car, give a little extra added color down here in the wheel compartment. With the caliper kit, what we supply is a nice brake cleaner to get all the grease and grime off of there. We also have 8 ounces, about a half pint of paint that comes in yellow, silver, black, red, and in this case we're going to put some blue paint on here. We also have a stir stick, a brush, some tape if you want to tape off any kind of brake linings and other pieces of the compartment there. And we also have a nice little instructional booklet here that gives a nice how-to with pictures and everything. So that'll lead you right through it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this wheel off of here, and then I'm going to get to the cleaning and the paint. All right, now I'm going to go ahead. I already pulled the wheel off the car here, and in this case, this truck is brand new, and we don't really have a lot of grease and grime under here. But if you're using an older car, you have the older brake caliper on a car, you might have a lot of grease, grime, any kind of brake dust in there, and that's really where you want to go ahead and use that caliper cleaner. What I suggest is maybe getting an old toothbrush and getting into the cracks and crevices. In this case, I just had a little light dust on there, and what I did was I went ahead and I just used our DupliColor prep wipe just to wipe it off real quick. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tape it off. I'm going to get some of this tape right here, and I'm going to tape off any little sections that I want to keep away from the paint. One thing I do want to talk about is with this brush that we have, the reason why we made this kit is so you can leave the caliper right on the car as opposed to taking it off and having to use an aerosol. There are some on the market like that where you can do it and they work well, but the convenience about this is I can just get my brush in here and I can get any little kind of surface I want with my little brush. This paint, we give you enough paint to cover probably like 6 or 7 calipers, so don't worry about running out on this. We're going to put probably 3 good coats on this. What you're going to find sometimes is that it might look a little thin on the initial coat, so that's why you just want to keep coating it. And much like an aerosol, when you put your first coat on, it's really setting up your coverage for your next coat. Now you can see this red covers real nice, but the yellow that we have, because of the pigment in there, sometimes it doesn't look like it's going to cover that great on the initial coat. So as you build that up, you're going to have plenty of paint in your caliper kit there to get that done. Now I got one good coat on there right now, and what you got to remember is this is an enamel. Now this paint is going to withstand heat up to about 500 degrees in min, much like an engine enamel. It's going to withstand any kind of chemicals, any kind of grime, any kind of brake dust that you might get on there. And what you want to, in remembering it's enamel, you want to basically have your recoat window within an hour. In other words, put your coats on, most of your coats, you're doing 2 or 3 coats within that hour, or you're going to have to wait about 7 days, so you're not going to wrinkle the paint. Well, now as you can see here, I got 2 real nice thick coats on this, and it looks real nice. It really glosses it up real good, and you're going to be able to see it through the wheel. I'm going to take the tape off here, and I'm going to go in ahead and do the rest of the wheels as well.